I will be coming around in about 15 minutes to check your power-ups, and I do want to go over the first three. There have been a couple of questions about how to do the mental math A, B, and C today.
So we don't do them?
Yeah, you know, we're going to do that. I just have two other examples on the board that I want to show you. So let's go ahead and get our routine going. Yes. All right, let's come around and check your agendas. Before I come around, make sure you have your homework for tonight written down, as well as a reminder that your test is on Tuesday. One reminder, how are you going to remember to study? And the only thing that should be out on your desk at this point is your agenda, your power-ups, and your textbook. You don't need to see your pre-test because remember that is your independent. You can work on that whenever you feel like it. Study for your test with that at any point this weekend. And also don't forget that you all should have your own pre-test 16B to help you use the study guide. There was a few that I actually found on the floor, or that you left in after school care, or that you left in detention. So if you need an extra copy, ask Mr. Flores if he has any extras. If not, I'll try to make you a copy. So really quickly, eyes on the board for the power of A and B, the mental math, Stacy. The strategy that they want you to use is to make the second number bigger. And actually, you're going to make both numbers bigger. The key here is that you're doing it mentally, and that's the hard part. So you have to be visualizing in your head that this number is going to be bigger. And it has to end with a 0.
30?
So it's actually, in your brain, you're going to be thinking 30 for this number, okay? But if you change this number, you also have to change this number by the same amount. Say again. 66 because you added 3 to 27, so you have to add 3 to 63. So 66. And so your brain is thinking this to help you solve that. Okay? That's the tricky part because your eyes are going to see one thing, but your brain has to be thinking 66 minus 30 because in your brain you can do 6 minus 0, 6, 6 minus 3, 3, and a 3 and a 6 together, 36. So that's like a little trick to help you do subtraction mentally. So let's do the second one really quickly. I need to change 35. I need to make it bigger, and the number actually has to be a number that ends in a 0. You're going to change it to 40. How much should I add to 35 to make it 40? 5. So I also have to do that to 82. 82 plus 5 is 87. So your brain is thinking 87 minus 40. Who can do that mentally? Anthony?
47?
Excellent. Okay. So letters A, B, and C of your mental math are going to be that strategy, that you have to be thinking that these numbers are actually bigger. And whatever you do to one number, plus 3, you have to do to the other number, plus 3. Because you have to have that balance in mind. All right? What is a quotient for Stacy? Very good. The answer to our division problems. So go ahead and put that all up. Here we go. So division, these are starting. Do you need a pencil? We don't work that. Let me just read it. What if you make a mistake and we need to erase? I make mistakes. I have to be able to erase. You done? Finish your power first, please. What about your power first? You need to finish your power before you start your notes. only gonna count one more. Very good, so this is what your brain is doing. 7 minus 0. And 5 minus 0. Got it. Easy, got it. Lucia, huh? Yes, Stephanie? Is there on this day on top? Oh, sorry. Anthony, I'll come to you next. Okay, so again, your eyes are going to be seeing this, but your brain needs to be thinking something else. And I'm actually going to draw it for you because it's really hard to visualize, but that's the goal. You're going to be visualizing this in your head. Right. Good. Now our goal at the end of the day though is for us to be able to do that mentally. So I'm going to let you keep doing this just for now, but our goal is to get it all up in here. And that is the hard part. I do have to say it. That is the challenging part actually. Okay. I'll be back. Daphne, Anthony, and then you. I will admit the challenging part is to visually change those numbers because you have to imagine it on your head, but that's our goal. That's what mental math is all about. So I actually mentally draw those numbers in my head. Like I will draw a 30 in the air sometimes and then 30 minus, let's say 15. I will kind of try to visualize that and imagine that in my head instead of trying to do it on the back of your paper. Sometimes I catch you guys doing this mental math on the side, on the back of your power-up book, but the goal is mental math. That is the goal. Okay, so this is the 365 times 1. We're covering the 0. Mental math. And we got to bring it back. How do you do that? You got it. Sorry, Melissa. Okay, so B and C is pretty much the same strategy that you use with A. So with A, you probably made 29 and 2. Okay, so we made 56 into 7. So you're going to do the same thing with this one. You're going to make 18 into 1. But how did you do that? So what are you going to have to do to 43? So in your brains, you're thinking 45 minus 20. 45 minus 20. 4, 5 minus 2 years. 45, 4, 5, 2, 0. So we have 45 minus 20. Well, it's actually 45 minus 2 zeros. Okay, so we have 5 minus 0. There you go. 4 minus. It's not 1. Remember, you changed this to. There you go. It's challenging. You got it. Okay. Let's try 37 and 63. Okay, but what are we going to change it to? Good. So you're right, we added 30, so we have to do it to 63. Okay, 66. 60. See, I always have to do it in the air because sometimes I get confused too. 66 minus 40. 4 Okay. Yes. Adam. So 10 years. Well, I mean, this is kind of hard. We are going to divide. I'm gonna use my fingers. Okay, a visual for you. How many years? Sorry, wrong question. How many days are in 1 year? We need to add. Well, we need to figure out for 10 years. So
10 years. How many years, how many days? How many days are in this year? 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 Okay, and I want to figure out how many I have all together. So that's going to, what is all together? When we go to add, and it's repeated addition, so we do a shortcut, which is what? We're going to multiply 365 times 10. And we have a strategy for that. Remember, we cover the 0 and 10. 365 times 1. What words mean divide? Right. Each, equal. This question was how many. How many usually means add. And it is adding 365 plus 365 10 times. But then we have a shortcut for that. You have a question?
All right, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
We're wrapping up on the last seconds of your 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start by showing you the answers to your facts. We're going to go ahead and see the answers to our mental math, and we're going to do the problem solving together. Yes, ma'am. I walked around, and actually I have to say almost all of you finished it. You got it. Ready for the answers for the division?
Yes.
Yes. Before we continue, I'm going to ask you to put everything away except for your power up in your notes so that we have a nice clean desk to work with. Put everything away except for your power up in your notes and obviously your pencil so that we have a nice organized workspace to work with. Nice and organized. Yes? I'll try to clean it up. Thank you for letting me know. Karen, thank you for being ready. We're going to correct our PowerPoint, so you want to go ahead and open it so you're fully ready. Mr. Freddie, thank you for being ready. You have your PowerPoint open. Very good. Thank you. I have to say this front row right here did a really good job. They all have the notes out and their PowerPoint open. Right. Your division. Answers are coming up. Here we go. One of the things I have noticed on power up tests is when we do division, a lot of us are not checking our work. So what is a strategy we can use when we have to do division to check our work? Carla?
Multiply.
Multiply what times what? You don't know?
No.
Even if you don't know the name, like for example, what should I multiply here?
Your answer.
Your answer? Lesson is started. We gotta stop with the shoulder, please. Yes, sir.
The quotient and the dividend?
Ooh, the quotient is correct. The dividend is the number on the inside. Yes.
The quotient and the divisor?
And thank you for using the proper vocabulary. The quotient times your divisor, and that has to equal your dividend. Okay, that's one thing I've noticed a lot of us are not doing when we're doing our division is we're not checking our work. Anyway, row 1, the answers are 9, 5, 3, 9, 3, 8, 4, 6, and then give me a thumbs up if you have that whole row correct. Ooh, give yourself a big pat on the back. Good job. Row 2, we have 9, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 6, 9. Another thumbs up if you have all that row correct. Excellent job, and give yourself a big pat on the back. Third row, we have 7, 4, 6, 4, 8, 2. I'm ready for you to say it. 0, 6, 1, and 7. Good job. Thumbs up.
I think you missed a 0.
Did I? Where?
Yes.
Oh, 2, 0, 6, 1, and 7. I apologize. And so far, who has them all correct? Very good.